Alright guys, before I start the video, please make sure to watch the whole thing. It really helps me out a lot. So today we'll be taking a look at how Man United played and how they maybe could have done better in this game. So as you can see, they lined up the 4-2-3-1 with Pogba and Montes as defensive midfielders. Sheffield came out in the game with a very high defensive line. Their strategy was to eliminate Fernandes out of the game by pressing and keeping this high line. By doing this, they're limiting Fernandes as well as using their back three in an effective manner, always pushing players back. This was actually quite effective, and their press managed to force Harry Maguire and Henderson to a mistake, which Martin McGoldrick was able to capitalize on and score. But as you could see, Rashford was making some intelligent runs in behind, which were getting called offsides. It was only a matter of time before Rashford was able to get one that wasn't going to be called offsides, and it happened. Rashford slips in behind, and Lindelof hits him beautifully first time. Rashford takes a brilliant touch and scores. It's basically like the Leipzig game where United won 5-0. They played a high line, and it was really interesting how United's pace helped them get in behind. It was pretty surprising to see them go with this, in fact. It was a bold decision to try to eliminate Fernandes from the game, but Lindelof and Pogba had to step up with their vision and long balls to put players like Rashford and Martial in behind. And eventually, it was all United after that point. They had the ball here, Fernandes had it. Let's say Sheffield are defending around here. This is a rough visual of the goal, second goal. Fernandes passes it to Pogba. He one times it to Martial. Just a one touch little ball over the top into Martial. No one's expecting it. Martial does brilliantly to get past the keeper and tap it in. Great stuff by United. Good defending. I mean, not sorry, good attacking, and it was just really good to see how they did this. And they carried on this momentum to the second half as well. Until about the 60th minute, Sheffield kept this backline and United kept torturing this team. They kept finding balls in behind. They kept basically assaulting them. And the second goal came as a result of brilliance by Pogba, a pass into Bruno, brilliant link-up play, one-time balls. Martial, he actually was here in a scoring position, and he made a bad touch, which led to Rashford to slot it in behind. The goalie should have done better, but it was a deserved lead, as United should have had many more goals. Then Sheffield started to realize, oh man, we're gonna try going back a little bit, right? So they go back a little bit, but their midfielders are really tired. United, with the quality that they have, when one player who's being dangerous, which is Rashford in this scenario, many other center backs or defenders uh, of this team have to really, get on them. This frees up space for players like Fernandes, Martial, and Greenwood, which is where United were able to start their counters. If they moved on to Fernandes, if they covered Martial, there's always one guy that's open who can start something. In addition, these players make clever runs in behind, and this front four is hopefully going to be really great this season. I am worried about consistency though, because sometimes they don't show up, but United will hopefully figure that out. So after scoring the third goal, United just sit back and they don't have as much intensity to them, even though they still are creating chances. Rashford looks the one that's the most sharp. So they push men forward and they finally get here and they win a corner. I was really nervy here because I had a feeling we were going to concede because we aren't that great from set pieces. And yup, my fears came true. A cross came in and McGoldrick just jumped over the United defense and managed to slot a goal. After here, it was just we just had to defend. Put all our men behind the ball except for Rashford and really wanted to just see the game through. And as many of you guys know, for a low block, you have to have players who can make brilliant runs and have good dribbling quality and are just good on the ball to be able to penetrate this line. But unfortunately, Sheffield don't have that. So luckily, we were able to see this one through. And yeah, overall, good performance. Should have been a better result, even though we did get the 3 points. And I thought that Rashford just stood out to me today, as well as Lindelof and Pogba. I was surprised that they can really play these balls in behind. Of course, I have to give credit to the whole team for playing really fluid and good football today, but yeah, If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe and maybe even share.